welcome to our chair yoga class today. Today we're going to be working a little bit with the concept of growth and spring and hope and all those kind of beautiful themes that come with this time of year and as we get into Holy Week, etc. So just sit back, take a moment. We're going to begin with a reading. I invite you to close your eyes, to allow the chair to support your body, to invite a sense of calm. The lawn is strewn with tawny grass. Tiny palms lining the way to spring. Last year's offerings that died and lay brown and expectant. The long and dark winter holds on, lashing out with stinging snow, taunting faith and denying the sun, dashing hope with bitter windy blast. But wait, beloved, look, see. A tiny point of green is there, a poignant spear that pierces upward in a welcome burst of love. Why do you weep and rail? Bitter snow, chilly wind subsides, as cold pebbles are rolled aside. Purple crocus rise, triumphant. That's by Susan Miller Lindquist. And in your mind's eye, maybe you can see those tiny spears as the bulbs, the tulips, the crocuses, the daffodils pierce the soil and begin to reach for the sun. The hope, the joy, the inhaling and exhaling. And holding that idea of hope, of healing, and embracing it in whatever way you need in your life at this time. And then, as you are ready, I invite you to bring your hands together, palms touching, the center of your chest. Making that connection from the left and the right and the left. Centering, opening up your heart to all that may be. And gently lowering your head towards your hands. Allowing the eyes to flutter open. Beautiful. Releasing the hands. Then coming forward in your seat a little bit. Maybe feeling your sits bones connected to the chair. Right, coming into that seated mountain pose, Tadasana. And just taking a moment to press your feet a little bit more mindfully into the earth. Right, feeling that connection grounding down. It's still a little early to be walking around outside with bare feet, so we'll use this as a wonderful opportunity here to wake up, to energize. Take that earth energy up through and into the body. And just allow the upper chest to broaden and those shoulders to roll back. Imagining maybe you can even think of the shoulder blades as falling down your back. Helping and improving your posture with some mindful breathing here. Imagine all those little ribs up here at the top, expanding on the inhale and gently softening on the exhale. So often we end up kind of in this hunched over position, just opening up. Nice. One more breath there. Beautiful. We're going to go through a few sun salutations. Okay, there are many versions of sun salutations. This is one of them. All right. So to begin, sitting tall. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, folding forward as far as is comfortable for you. And then half lift, kind of come up, reach your heart forward in your chair. Nice. Okay. We're going to step the feet out so that the legs are straighter. I'm just going to adjust my pant leg there. Drive me crazy otherwise. And reach our arms. Inhaling here. Exhaling, coming down again. Stepping your feet in as you come up halfway. Beautiful. Forward fold. Big breath in, sweep your arms up and overhead. And then hands to the heart. Beautiful. Again. Inhale all the way up. Extend. Exhale, fold yourself forward. Half lift, inhale, lead with the heart. And then take a moment, adjust your feet, straightening the legs. Inhale, coming to that seated V kind of position. Big strengthener for the shoulders, the upper back. Exhaling, bringing the hands down, stepping your feet in. Inhale, half lift in the heart. Exhale, let it all go down to the ground. And then up to the center. Hands to heart. Again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Extend the legs out. Okay, pause. And then when you're ready, lift the arms up. Big breath. Exhale, hands come back down as we step the feet in. Half lift, open the heart. Exhale, fold. Let go. Inhale, reach for the sky. Hands to the heart. Okay, we're going to do one more. All the way up. All the way down. Half up. And then adjust the feet. It's kind of an exhaling time there. Inhale, reach the arms, lean forward if you'd like. Exhale, hands come down, adjust the feet so they're firm beneath you. Lift in the heart, roll those shoulders down your back. Then exhale, let it all go. Big breath in to come up, 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 up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice. All right. Beautiful movements. All right. Let's just kind of shake one leg out. And then shake the other leg out. Shake one arm. Shake the other arm. Do the hokey pokey. Right? Just waking up the body with some proprioception. All right. Big breath in. Lengthen all the way through the crown of your head. On an exhale, twist. Just gently to one side. Letting that back hand land wherever it may on the chair. Holding on or just letting it rest. Beautiful. Inhale again. And we're just going to experiment a little bit today. Noticing the energy and maybe turning the head to look forward. Okay, so just facing forward. And notice kind of maybe mental energy or physical energy or anything that's kind of what you can feel. And then twist the neck and either look the side wall or as far back as you'd like. And pause there and notice again if there's a shift in energy, if it feels the same, if it's different. And then inhale, bringing your whole self back to center. Good. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist into the opposite side. Just a few breaths here to settle in. Then experiment again, just by changing where you gaze, looking forward. You may find, I know some people find that when they look forward, it's a little bit more calming and soothing. The brain kind of sits further back. It's like, oh, this is what I'm used to, so I don't have to work quite as hard. And then as you twist, it's a little bit more energizing for the nervous system. You may find that. It may be different for you, right? Just experiencing and asking the question in your own body and space for this day. And bringing it gently back. Well done. All right, roll those shoulders around a little bit. Forward and back. Beautiful. All right. Then coming into some side bending. If you'd like, you can keep one hand down, okay, and reach the other arm up and over. And that bottom hand, maybe it's actively reaching down, or maybe it's just hold on to the side of your chair. You can choose how much energy you want, or if you just you're good, just coming into the position. Right? Inhale up, exhale, return that lifted arm down. Inhale, other side, exhale, over you go. And again, decide if you want to just be reaching and soft, or if you want to stretch through and energize all the way through the fingertips. Right? Because yoga is this experience of seeing what feels best. So you kind of got to try things. All right, when you're ready, inhale to lift up, exhale to come back down. Beautiful. Okay. Let's do a thymus stimulating exercise. So your thymus is a gland that sits underneath your breastbone, okay? And it is responsible for T cells, okay? And growth in children. So, once you're grown, then the thymus actually shrinks and dissolves a little bit, but it is still there, and it's a great way of increasing your resilience, your immunity, and of stimulating your heart chakra. Okay, so with your hands at your heart and the elbows out to the side, we're going to take one hand back and then switch sides, okay? And as the hand arrives back at your heart, you can give it just a gentle little tap. Okay? So it's kind of this heart-thumping exercise, if you would. And you can decide if you would like to keep your head looking forward, okay? Or if you want to kind of follow your thumb as you twist, okay? Options, depending on what feels best for you. If you're following your thumb and you're getting dizzy, don't follow your thumb, right? Just do the one that feels good for you. Inhale and exhale. So you can inhale to one side, exhale to the other. So it's kind of like this thumping in the heart and almost a choo-choo train type breath. Inhale, exhale. Just beautiful heart-led practice. And doing this for anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute is really nice. Lubricates the spine. We're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring both your hands to your heart. Just relax your arms down. And breathe into that space. Feel free to close your eyes if you would like. One more deep breath. Nice. Releasing your hands. We're going to get into some beautiful leg work. Okay? So I'm just going to change my chair so you can see how I'm setting up. I'm going to scoot to one side, hold on, and then bring a foot back behind me. Okay? So that's from what it looks like from the front. This is what it looks like from the side. Okay? So you're holding onto your chair, you got one leg down, and I'm going to invite you to really relax this knee down to the ground. Okay? Just going to scoot a little bit back here. There we go. Now you can see a foot. Okay. So imagine that this entire thigh is getting heavier. Right? Let gravity use some sweet traction to open up the hip joint. Okay. Nice. And now, you might find that as you do that, your pelvis tilted a little bit that way. Yes? Okay, because you're kind of hanging off of the chair. Okay. What we're going to do now is I want you to imagine lifting up from the knee, lift up into the hip, and then let it go back down. Okay? So you're lifting up into the hip, stabilizing in the core and the low back. Beautiful pelvic stabilizer. And let it go down. Lift up, hold, and drop it. Once again, lift it up. Nice stretch for the quad. And let it go. Okay, let it go as much as you'd like. We're going to take the other arm up and over. So side stretching. That's it. Okay, let your knee get heavy. Inhale, bring your hand back up. Exhale, let it come down. Okay, so now you might want to stabilize yourself. Really hold on to your chair because we're going to be playing around with this back leg. Okay, see if you can lift the foot off the ground. And then let it go. Lift it up and let it go. So we're hamstring curling here. Lift. And lower. It might not come off the ground. You might just think about coming off the ground. Lift it up. Lower it down. One more time. Lift and lower. Okay, give it a little bit of a shake. Right, now we're going to lift it up, slide it back, bring it forward, slide it back, bring it forward, slide it back. Yeah, hip flexor, deep hip work. Slide it back, bring it forward. Two more. Back and forward. Last one. Take it back. Bring it forward all the way. You might just want to shake that out a little bit. Okay, we're going to switch sides. Okay, so once again, you scooch over to the side, hold onto the chair, and a leg goes back behind you. Okay? Really think about dropping this thigh. All right, nice, lovely stretch through the quad, the hip flexor. Maybe you have noticed that your pelvis has tilted down on that side as you've let gravity help you out. Some traction. Okay, now use your muscular energy all the way from the ground. Pull up. It's like almost if you're pulling up into your armpit. And then let it drop. Pull up and let it drop. Sit up and drop. Two more. Up, drop. Last one. Lift it up and drop it. Whew, give it a little shake. Okay, ready? Hold on to your chair. Okay, because now you're going to really stabilize. Use everything you've got to help you stabilize. Lift the foot off the ground and put it back down. I know at first you're like, it's not lifting. It's a really small movement. And put it down. lift the foot, put it down. Couple more, put it down. Last one, lift up, put it down. Okay, maybe give yourself a shake in between. Okay, now lift up, slide it back, let it come forward. Slide it back and forward. Back and forward. Oh, a couple more. Forward. Last one. Back and forward all the way. Shake it out. Fantastic. All right, getting into those hips. Nice and deep. Standing, sitting tall. Coming back to that seated mountain. Just to find that center. Take a couple of deep breaths. Opening up into the heart. Maybe you're thinking about expanding in the side ribs as well. I'm realizing I should do this way. All right. We're going to do an exercise called figure 8 breath. Okay. So I invite you to bring your hand up in front of you, and if you've ever conducted music, this will be very familiar to you. All right, so a figure 8 or a lazy 8 or an infinity symbol is what we're going to trace, right? So inhaling around one side and exhaling around the other, coming back to center. Inhaling to center, exhaling to center. Nice and big, make it as big as you can, all right? Center. Inhaling to center, exhaling to center. Okay, couple more of those. Beautiful, full range of motion type movement. Also helps to balance the brain. Okay, this next time that you come to center, now choose a different way because you probably did that in a specific pattern. I know I always do the same way because music, hello. But start in a different way. You've got 3 other ways to choose from that you can begin at, right? So whichever one, right? Inhaling and exhaling. Do it a different way, right? Creating some new neural pathways. And once you kind of got the hang of it, your body's like, yeah, I got this, no worries. Okay, we're going to come back to center. And you're going to choose a different way, something you haven't done yet. Right? Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay. So we've done 3 different ways now. Last time this one. So you got that 4th way. Figure out which one, the one that you haven't done yet, that path, and do that. Last time. All right, how's that feeling? Waking up those muscles as we have the second arm to do. Yes. Okay, this time we're going to work with finite though. Like you could do big gross motor skills again, but this time we're going to do really little tiny ones. And you could go as small as your finger, but we're going to keep the hands extended and the fingers together, okay? But do a smaller version. So know that we're going to go through all 4 directions, okay? So inhale, exhale. Try and move from the shoulder though. Don't just do wristies. Move from the shoulder. Think of every other joint kind of joined together, moving small motions from the shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Choose a different pattern. Make it smaller, but right from the shoulder. Okay, once you get back to center, choose a different pattern. Inhale and exhale. So that's it, you got it. Exhale. Okay, last pattern. So this is so good for keeping your mental acuity, right? and promoting that balanced brain, the left and the right hemisphere working together in harmony. Yay. There's got to be a song, something about that, coming together in harmony, one or two. Last time around, fantastic, and take a break. Okay, so the next time you do that, you might want to alternate. Do smaller movements with the arm and bigger movements. There's lots of different versions of that, and that's just to give you a nice example. So feel free to roll around in the shoulders a little bit. That's a fairly, especially the second version is a really controlled movement, working more on strength and range of motion. Right? Beautiful things for different purposes. All right, and let's come into a twist. Inhale. Exhale, twisting again. Your simple seated twist. What a beautiful reset. And I hope you enjoyed the instant gratification twist that we did last time. Inhaling back to center. And again, second side. Inhale, extend. Exhale and twisting. Soft jaw, tall spine. Inhaling back to center. All right, let's come to our warrior series. Okay, so just hooking a knee over your chair and extending one leg back. Okay. And at first, sometimes you want to, bring the pelvis around to the front, more into a kind of a lunge, but see if you can open up the pelvis to the front, right? That's requiring a little bit of opening up in this back leg. Relax the head and the neck. Beautiful. Okay. And let's press into the feet. Let's activate those a little bit more. I find sometimes I need to move forward on my chair in order to really press into my feet, so feel free to make any adjustments that you need to make. And even placing a book under your feet to lift the ground up is a good thing. It depends on the height of your chair, right? If it matches the height of your tibia, then you're good. But if it doesn't, then you're not, right? So pressing both feet into the ground. Feel that energy come up through the legs and into the pelvis. Right? And then sweeping the arms up, inhaling up, exhaling, coming down through center. Inhale up, exhale through center. Julie, her little brief appearance, down through center. Inhale up, exhale through center. Beautiful. And then rest on this leg. You can sometimes when I rest, I want to relax a little bit. Feel free to take a moment there and relax. But then let's engage those legs again. Press into the ground. See if you can find the earth. And use that energy, draw it up. Maybe your hand comes to your hip as you open the shoulder into the back. Or maybe it comes over. And breathe. You can look down. You can look up. One more breath here. Beautiful. And then sweep that top arm down and around. Beautiful. Bring it onto the back leg. Lift the front arm up and over. Breathe deep. And then gently coming out. Let's try that on the other side. Okay. So you're hooking a knee over your chair. Okay, the back leg is extending out, and again, it might want to turn down toward the front, or let's see if we can open up the hips and extend that back leg out. Breathing deep. Okay. Find the ground, press into the ground. See, like I said, I always want to come forward. I want to feel that connection. So I'm just barely on my chair, but you do what feels right for you, all right, so that you feel supported, but at the same time energized. All right. Beautiful. Once you've got that, rest. I think this is what we did. Yes, it is. And reach. Oh, feel that beautiful length through what's called the extended side angle pose. Beautiful. Take that top arm, sweep it down and around, finding the back leg. The other arm reaches up. You can reach all the way up to the sky or wherever it feels good, right? Breathing. Imagine the sun on your face. And then gently coming down and letting that go. Woo. Beautiful hip openers and strengtheners. All right, coming to standing. Now today, you may want a little blanket or even a pillow or something on your chair, especially if you have a wooden chair, such as I have. Just because we're gonna be putting our foot on the chair, and sometimes a heel on a wooden chair doesn't feel great. So if you want to just, find anything that's conveniently around your space, that's fabulous, okay? And if you don't, that's good too, right? So just, accommodating for comfort. All right, so facing your chair, place one leg on your chair, okay? Feel free to hold onto the back of your chair if it is a convenient height. If it's not, maybe you're close enough to a wall to use that for some support. Or widen your stance so your feet are a little bit wider apart. That will help you feel stable as well. Okay. And let's lunge into that chair. Okay. You can have hand on thigh, hand on chair. Okay. Adjusting where your foot is planted and placed so that it feels comfortable. You might even slide your back foot back a little bit and come up onto the heel or up onto the toes, right? These are all options, modifications, ways to kind of experiment with your body. Okay. And then just go into your lunge. Okay. We're going to press into the back foot. Okay, so the foot that's on the ground, press down. That hopefully will open up this hip flexor a little bit more. And breathe. One more breath. Beautiful. And gently, slowly come out of that. Maybe you adjust your stance. We're going to come away from the chair and onto the heel of the foot that's on the chair. Okay, so we're straightening up that leg and give it a little bit of a shake so that the femur bone sits deeper in the hip socket. Okay, and think about pulling your toes back towards your chest. Okay, and then pointing the toes far away from you. Okay. Flexing the foot, bringing it towards your face, pointing it away. Okay, one more time, flex and point. And then let it be at a comfortable place. We're gonna forward fold, okay? So you're gonna hinge right here at the top of the hip. Big breath in, lengthen, exhale and fold. Yeah, it gets a little tricky. See what you can do, the best that you can. It's awesome. And you can experiment flexing and pointing here, or you can just think, I've got enough going on. I don't need any more. One more breath. Coming into your forward fold, whatever that may be. Inhale to lift your torso up. Maybe hold on to your chair. You can bend the knee, find some support. And the foot goes to the ground. Shake it out. Okay. Second side, whenever you're ready in your time, right? Foot onto the chair. Hold onto the chair if that's helpful, if it's at a good height for you. I know the backs of different chairs are different heights, so it might be too much of a reach. You got to do what's right for you. And if you move your chair close to a wall, you can use a wall as well for some support and balance. Right? Nice wide stance with your feet. Imagine they're on train tracks. Easing in and easing out a few times. Okay? Adjusting your feet so you feel like you're in a good place. And then come into that lunging position. press into the ground with your back foot. Press, press, press. Nice. And breathe. One more breath. Fantastic. Come out slow. Adjusting. Okay. Always making those micro adjustments so that you feel confident in your own stance. Straightening. Oh, I gotta scooch back a little bit. Straightening your leg. Okay. So here, flex. Oh, good stretch today. I'm like all of a sudden my whole back of my leg woke right up. Pull those toes back and point. Stretch to the front. Stretch to the calf, the hamstring, the backs of the knees, and point. Flex, and point. Beautiful. Then let that foot come to a comfortable place because we're going to fold. Remember, you're folding here from the hinge of the hip. Lengthen up. Exhaling, folding forward. Right? Everybody's fold is going to be unique to them, so you do you. Inhale, exhaling, maybe you go a little bit more, maybe not. One more deep breath, inhaling, exhaling. Fabulous. Use the inhalation to help you come up. Up, up. Feel free to hold onto the chair or use the wall for support. To let both feet come to the ground. Beautiful, well done. That's always a great series. All right, if you please flip your chair the other way. So you've got the tall part of it next to you. And again, a wall is convenient if you have a wall. Okay, just for some balance. We're going to do a tapping exercise, okay, that creates more awareness of the ground and the earth, seen as it's spring and hope and growth and all that kind of stuff. But it also will really help with stability in walking, okay? So we're going to take the leg that's on the outside, so the one that's away from the chair, and just kind of bend the knee and start tapping your toes on the ground. Tap, 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 tap. And then start to tap those toes further in front of you. As far as you can go. So you can bend down in that standing leg, see how far they can reach, and then tap them back to you. Okay, and then from there, let's go out to the side. Tap, 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 tap. Bend the standing leg if you'd like. This is a strength builder in this standing leg. Proprioceptive awareness in the tapping toes. Take those tapping toes back behind you. Tap, 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 as far as they'll go. Okay, bring it back to center. And now we're going to curtsy. So tap them to the other side. Oh yes, feel it in the standing hip. And all the way back. And stop. All right, second side. I'm just going to move my chair to the other side, but you guys can turn around, whatever is convenient. Okay. Once again, let's start some gentle tapping. Tap your toes out, out, out in front. Reach as far as they will go. And then bring them back. Out to the side. Tap, 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 tap. Feel free to bend the standing leg. That will increase the strength in the quad, in the hip. Back to center, and then you're going to go back behind you. Tap, 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 tap. All right, well done. Back to center, and then that curtsy version way off behind you and to the side. Oh, yes. And bring it back. Nice, well done. Okay, shake that out with each leg. You both worked really hard in that, okay? So there you go, a tapping exercise. You have to stand in line sometime, you can do that. People just think you're a little odd. It's okay. All right, coming to your chair. All right, let's work on our balance and core. Inhale up onto tippy toes, exhale down. Lifting up and coming down. If you want, you can sweep one arm up as you go up and come down, and then the other one. Inhaling up, exhaling down. If you want, you're feeling creative and courageous, maybe you sweep both arms up and back down. Couple more. Reach for the sun, and then back to the earth. Last one. Nice. Okay, a little bit of standing down dog here, so chair dog as it were. Walk yourself back. Maybe you bend the knees, inviting the head somewhat between the arms. Hands can be anywhere that's comfortable on your chair. Doing this against a wall or countertop or desk. Just using that support. Beautiful stretch through the arms. Nice lymph opener. Good stretch in the back body. Gently coming forward whenever you are ready. Okay, and let's open up the front body, coming to a standing cobra pose. Okay, so we're going to come up on the tiptoes and lift in the heart, maybe looking where the ceiling and the wall meet. Okay, if that doesn't feel good to look that high, feel free to keep your gaze lower. Lift in the heart, tippy toes, feel the back, the front body opening now, and then lower on down. Let's do that one more time. Up onto tippy toes, lift in the heart. Imagine the shoulder blades are pulling down your back and towards one another. And gently bring it down. Let's come back to that down dog, walking back. So we're stretching the opposite sides of the body, right? Here we're stretching the back body. If you want to walk it out by alternating pedaling with the feet, one foot and then the other. Right. And then lifting the gaze, coming towards your chair. And let's stretch out the front body. Up onto tippy toes. Open up in the heart. Elbows come back. Gazing wherever feels good. Gently coming down, taking a bit of a break in between. And then once again, lift in that heart. Such a positive, life-affirming pose. Inviting all the goodness in. A smile on your face, hope in your heart. And gently coming down. Lovely. All right. We're going to go through a warrior series with our chairs. So keeping the tall part of your chair beside you, you can just turn a little bit. Okay? And we're going to step the foot that's toward the chair back. Okay, that way the chair is still conveniently located. If you step the other foot back, then you got to do funky things to hold on to your chair. We don't need to do that when you're conveniently located. All right, so stepping that front foot, or one foot back, the one that's closest to the chair, and just turning the heel so that your chest and hips are facing the chair. Yes? Awesome. Bend the front knee. Fantastic. So this is the same position that we did while we were seated on the chair. This is warrior 2. Then you can rest either on the chair leaning, or maybe you rest your elbow on your thigh. Okay? Just slide yourself forward more into that front thigh. Okay? Begin to stack your shoulders. You can stack them more or less on top of one another-ish. Okay? You can use your chair for some support, or if you'd like, that top arm can reach up and over. Just depends on you and where things are at today. how balanced you're feeling, where you're at. Big stretch here. Press your feet into the ground, just as we did on the chair. Same pose. You guys are rocking it. Nice. Inhale, come up. You can use the chair for some assistance as you keep the front knee bent. Take your torso back, drape your back arm along your thigh, and maybe the front arm reaches to the sky. Well done. Love it. Breathe. Oh, sometimes I like to shake my head just to relieve any tension I might be holding in my jaw. And then gently bringing it back, straightening the leg, and stepping together. Fantastic. We're going to do the second side. I'm just going to set up a little bit differently so you get a different angle on the second side. Okay? So you're standing by your chair and you step the foot close to the chair back. Right? Bend that front knee. Okay? Beautiful. Warrior two. Okay? And then we're going to lean. Right? You can hold onto your chair as you lean. You can rest your elbow anywhere on that thigh. Right? Start to stack shoulders so that top shoulder starts to move back a little bit. Nice chest opener. If you're feeling like it would be a good idea, you can extend your arm overhead. Right? Press into the ground. Press the ground away from you. Yes, energize everything. Big breath. Use the chair, if you'd like, to help yourself come up. All right, and of course, my tendency is I want to bend that front knee, go into reverse triangle, but we're going to bend the knee again. Drape that back hand on the thigh. Use the front hand either on the chair or reach it up. Looking and gazing where it feels convenient and easy on your neck. Breathe. New life, green grass, flowers, leaves on the trees, gently coming all the way back, and step your feet together. Fantastic. Well done. All right, a little longer standing sequence today. You guys did awesome. All right, find a chair and sit on it. Feel free to shake the legs out. A little bit of chilaxana, which really isn't a pose, but we make it one. That moment of pause in between. Take a drink of water, to pause, and just feel the impact. All right. So intertwining your fingers behind the thigh. Right? We did this last week. There was lots of thigh work last week. I really felt it the next day. It was great. All right, and just kind of hug it in. Give yourself a bit of a squeeze. Let it go. Hug it in. Let it go. One more time, hug it in. And now really hold on with the same leg. Maybe you wrap your wrist underneath your forearm, but take the leg wider. So it's kind of like a half happy baby if you were to put that in a chair. Okay? And invite that knee more towards your shoulder or your armpit. Fantastic. Let the whole leg be heavy. Right? We did lots of active stuff. Now we can do a little bit more passive stretching. More soothing to the nervous system after we've activated it. Fantastic. Coming into a seated pigeon pose. Okay, so the leg can be extended. You can cross an ankle over a shin or an ankle over a knee. Okay, we're looking at this external rotation. Okay, maybe you can use a little bit of pressure on the thigh to open up that external rotation. Completely up to you. If you'd like to forward fold, feel free.
Very soothing pose.
At any time, closing your eyes or sighing out the exhale is highly encouraged. In your own time, inhaling to come up, undoing the leg, give them a shake. All right, second side. Hold on under your thigh, back of the knee, squeeze it in, and let it go. Squeeze it in, let it go. Not just range of motion, but really good for your internal organs. Sweet little compression. All right, when you're ready, firmly hook your leg on the matching arm and then take it a little bit wider. Invite it into the armpit or toward the shoulder. You're compressing more on the edge of the belly. Soft collarbones, soft eyes. Long breath. When you're ready, you're going to come into that pigeon version with some external rotation of the hip. Okay? So crossing where you'd like, shin or knee. Maybe a little bit of an invitation to see where your range of motion is at. And then a forward thought. It's coming forward, softening in the forehead, the temples, the jaw. Sighing on the exhale. Using the inhalation in your own time to lift yourself up and let that go. All right. I'm going to twist and then a shavasana. All right. So inhaling, lengthening up. Exhaling, twisting. Maybe you experiment one last time with how does it feel if I look forward? How does it feel if I look backward? And you can do that without opening your eyes. Right? Inhaling back to center. To twist on the second side, we inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Going to where it feels good. And maybe even like, you're not going to go to your extreme now. We're almost done. You know, go somewhere and then back off a few degrees. Make it softer. See if you can do that. Instead of always pushing. Your own time, coming back to center, finding a place of comfort where you can rest. Letting your hands rest up on your thighs in any way that feels good. Once again, feeling the support of the chair. Breathing in and breathing out. And in your mind, favorite spring memory or moment? I remember when I was young, we would have hard-boiled egg races down a big hill. And those were fun. Year after year, I remember watching, waiting and watching for the tulips to bloom. Of the rains. Maybe it is a gathering with family and friends to share a meal, to celebrate birthdays, Easter. Of cleaning up the yard, planting seeds. The anticipation and the hope of their growth and the fruits of your labor to be harvested later. Holding dear these moments, these memories. And then watching through the season for opportunities to create more memories. Being mindful of the sights and the sounds. The feel, the taste, and the smells of spring. Holding in your heart the hope of a new dawn. Of salvation for us all. Taking a deep breath in and a full breath out. Once again. Triumphant. Joyful. And beginning to wiggle fingers and toes. In your own time, allowing your eyes to flutter open. Bringing your hands to your heart. In gratitude and joy. Namaste.